In the previous episode, Perfect Cell returned from the dead with his memories, pride, and dangerous intelligence intact. Cell agreed to help confront Black Frieza, but before he could train beside Earth's defenders, Vegeta decided to test the revived monster himself. The battle began with Cell relying on the techniques that had once made him nearly unbeatable. But the Vegeta standing before him was no longer the prince he remembered. Cell attacked using combinations copied from Goku, Vegeta, and Frieza. Vegeta recognized each movement because many of those techniques had originally belonged to him. Vegeta looked at Cell with disappointment and said, "You returned exactly as you died, arrogant, predictable, and weak." Cell narrowed his eyes and replied, "Then stop talking and prove it." Vegeta did exactly that. Every attack showed how much the Saiyans had changed during the years Cell had been dead. Cell's Namekian biology repaired the physical damage, but regeneration could not repair his wounded pride. Before Cell could release another stolen technique, Vegeta ended the test. Cell had once possessed enough power to terrify the entire Earth. Now Vegeta had defeated him without using a transformation. For the first time, Cell understood how far behind he had fallen. Vegeta looked into the crater and said, "You are not ready to face Frieza. At this level, you would only become another corpse." Cell forced himself to smile and answered, "Then I will evolve faster than you expect." Goku raised one hand and said, "That is enough. Earth is not the place for the kind of training Cell needs." Goku knew they needed an isolated world where even their strongest attacks could be controlled. He already knew the perfect destination. Moments later, the three warriors arrived on the world of Universe 7's God of Destruction. Beerus recognized the bio-android and demanded, "Why have you brought that creature to my planet?" Cell examined Beerus and replied, "So this is the destroyer the Saiyans fear." Whis raised his staff and calmly said, "Destroying him immediately would waste a rather unusual opportunity." Whis explained that Cell contained the biological traits of Saiyans, Namekians, and Frieza's species. If properly trained, his body might reveal how Black Frieza had pushed his natural evolution so far. Beerus warned them, "The moment he damages my world or threatens my food, I will erase him." Cell possessed techniques taken from some of the universe's greatest warriors, but almost everything he knew had been inherited, stolen, or copied. He had never created a fighting style that truly belonged to him. Goku began by teaching Cell the principles behind Ultra Instinct. Cell's body could imitate Goku's movements, but his mind calculated every possible attack. Goku explained, "Your body is fast enough, but you are trying to control every movement. Ultra Instinct begins when control is released." Cell replied, "A perfect mind does not surrender control." That belief made true Ultra Instinct impossible. Vegeta then tested whether Cell could understand the mentality behind Ultra Ego. Cell allowed himself to be injured, expecting his Saiyan biology to reward him with greater strength. But repeatedly repairing his body consumed enormous amounts of energy. Vegeta told him, "Ultra Ego is not permission to be beaten. Destruction requires conviction." Whis finally explained, "You can reproduce the shape of another warrior's power, but you do not understand its spirit. Until you discover who you are, every copied transformation will remain incomplete." One warrior understood Cell's weaknesses better than anyone else, but Gohan had no desire to become Cell's teacher. Gohan had spent years trying to leave the Cell games behind. Now he was being asked to strengthen the enemy responsible for one of the darkest moments of his life. Gohan looked at Cell and said, "I came to make sure you remain under control. I did not come to help you become stronger." Cell answered, "Then fight me. Perhaps destroying me a second time will make you feel better." Gohan replied, "I will fight you, but not because I hate you. I want to know whether bringing you back was the greatest mistake we have ever made." Gohan forced Cell to respond without relying on one copied technique after another. For the first time, Cell's attacks began to look less like Goku, Vegeta, or Frieza. Gohan pushed Cell until his energy approached its limit. Then something inside the bio-android began to react. The energy was not Ultra Instinct. It was not Ultra Ego. It was something Cell's body had created on its own. Cell had spent his entire existence believing perfection had already been given to him. But true evolution could not be inherited. It had to be earned. Whis watched the energy and quietly said, "Interesting, he is no longer copying them. He is beginning to create something new." Part 3. Training the Perfect Monster. To be continued.